little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, oh, let it shine.
Hello everybody! Welcome to day 2 of the Chakra Challenge. I'm feeling fired up to talk about the Sacral Chakra. This chakra is located in your lower pelvic area, so today we're diving into something a little extra sacred because, as we know, those parts that lie there are sacred to our existence. The Sacral Chakra is also known as the Fire Chakra, and it deals with our connection to our own confidence as well as self-image and sexuality. So this chakra gets its energy from a few different sources. Many of you probably instantly thought of sexual orientation or connection when I said sexuality. And though that's a big part of it, it's a little deeper than that. This energy area is also fueled by not just sexual connection, but also creativity and confidence. But knowing who you are in your sexual identity is really important as well. Actually, I want to talk about that for a second. Sexual connection. This is a topic that is so taboo to so many people. Something that we just don't typically publicly talk about. Knowing about chakras and how they work not only within yourself, but others can have a whole new perspective on you and your lifestyle when it comes to romance and sexual connections. You begin to understand people differently when you can see the chakras that they need to work on, and when you know what chakras you need to work on at different parts of your life. Because certain times of your life, certain chakras will just be out of whack. Things come up, it's part of the journey. So that being said, when you begin to understand people differently, you can see what they are struggling with as well. It's also helped me know where a friend or a partner or a family member needs me to hold more space for them emotionally or even physically. Having an understanding of the chakras can increase the sensation and energetic connections during a sexual or intimate moment, as well as it just helps you balance any unhealthy sexual or traumatic needs or experiences that you've had in the past. For example, this chakra deals with guilt, and so does the solar plexus, which also deals with shame, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But let me explain what it means a bit when it comes to our sexuality. When your sacral chakra is active, you may be feeling a little extra playful, connected, ready to really connect with your partner. But all of a sudden, you just feel your heart start beating, and it beats so fast, and then bam, all of a sudden there's something going on. Everything was fine, you were feeling sexy, and then all of a sudden you start feeling guilt. You start feeling shame. You start wondering if you're good enough, wondering if you're being dirty or doing something wrong just for being you and enjoying that moment. Those feelings are natural, but releasing them is also part of the growth process and part of understanding your sacral chakra and balancing it. It's important to find the positive things that you love about yourself so that you can really activate that energy within you deeper. And finding ways to feel into your own confidence without depending on others to boost you constantly. When your sacral chakra is out of whack, you're constantly looking for validation from others. Whether it's a compliment, whether it's physical connection, whether it's just you have to be the center of the room at all times, that's usually some sort of imbalance in your sacral chakra. So it's important to find those positive things because you don't want to fall into those lower vibrational patterns of playing the victim. So when I work on balancing the sacral chakra, I like to visualize myself as my own personal superhero or alter ego who is able to just show up in a way that I may not in my normal self because I've been conditioned like everybody else to have insecurities. But when I would need to tap into my superhero, fantastic shine self, I really feel into that sacral chakra and that confidence and that creativity. Otherwise, it would hold me back. So I have to think about what superpowers would I have? How confident would I be if no one ever told me that I was too fat, tall, lazy, loud, or whatever? Who would I be? What would be holding me back? well, I would think I'd be pretty awesome. And I think most people would think pretty highly of themselves if they didn't have other people constantly telling them that they weren't good enough. Sometimes we even have supportive family members that try to build us up, and we still find the fault in ourselves. And that comes from probably old programming, past life experiences, or other traumatic things happening like bullying and stuff outside of the family. But usually when somebody has a really solid support system, they're not being picked on, they're not being made fun of, any of that stuff, they're really solid human beings. So this chakra, it wants you to release any guilt that you have. Guilt for being the way that you are, because there is something about you that you're just not meant to change. Some things are just a part of who you are, and sexuality and our preferences, that's one of them. At least I personally believe so, because it's how we look and feel about ourselves is how we connect with others on that intimate level. And it's also how we feel about ourselves in our most divine form, apart from those partners that we connect with. If we can feel unjudged about our preferences and find partners and friends that can connect with us on a level, that is so important to surround yourself by. Sorry, slight technical difficulty. However, this chakra can get closed when others put us down, when we put ourselves down, or we just often lose our creativity and our self-confidence when this chakra becomes out of whack from even sometimes the smallest misconnection with someone, or if we get any form of rejection from somebody that we really like, which rejection is a part of life. The imbalances in this, though, can cause really intense female cycles, sexual attachments or releases, urinary infections, STDs, emotional or creativity blocks. All kinds of things can stem from your chakra being imbalanced in the sacral area, as well as many other areas. So in my 8-week course that you can join me in, either privately or in my upcoming group offering, I really plan on diving into topics on how we can build our confidence, how we can release guilt, how we can release shame, and especially in the areas of who we are and what we like as people. However, for now, other ways that we can balance the sacral chakra include creativity. And as an artist, I love using creativity to help balance this chakra. When we aren't being hard on ourselves, sometimes we're being hard on our creative products. So if you don't want to focus on your personal insecurities right now, even though that's why we're here and that's part of this process, you may also wish to release your insecurities through some sort of creative endeavor, music, art, yoga, whatever, even if it's just an abstract mess. That's okay. On paper, canvas, whatever. Maybe you're not an artist in that sense. You're a dancer or a singer, a performer. Creativity is energized through our sacral chakras and also through our solar plexus. And then we channel those messages through our third eye and our heart, which we'll talk about later this week. But I found that when there is a sexual or confidence block, getting in some creative expression is a great way to release that tension or that insecurity. And it's a surefire way to really help break the barrier of this chakra. Again, yoga is another really good creative outlet for the sacral chakra because you're moving your body. It's helping you get more in tune with your body, which is something something that's pretty important to sexual connection and intimate connection is how you can move and connect with your body and your partner's body. So yoga is another great way to stretch this chakra out and really charge it up. And in my 8-week power course, I actually give you yoga practices for each chakra, and we talk about dancing and using movement as a key healing element. That being said, your journal topic for the day is to write about a time that you felt your most confident or even sexy. What was it that made you feel that way? Was it how someone treated you? Was it an outfit you wore, where you were, or something you made? What made you feel confident and empowered in that moment? Now, keep that topic in mind, and you can join us in the group discussion by sharing a little bit about that experience for you. Again, you don't have to share your full journal, just a little blurb so that we know you participated and it lets us know a little bit more about you. So now I want you to get comfy, and we're going to break down into the meditation for the sacral chakra. So go ahead, and I want you to breathe and to just find a nice, comfortable place. As I welcome you to this sacred space to connect with your sacral chakra. It's good to sit in a position that has your pelvic area open to receive positive energy and vibrations from the universe. And I really want you to take a moment to allow yourself to become calm. With each exhale, feel all the negativity and tiredness, stress, any toxic energy or traumatic energy that lies in those areas. Allow it to be released through your exhale. So positive energy in, negative energy out. Now, working with this chakra, I want you to visualize your mind as a lake. It's like a trickle of water. Remember that your energy centers, much like water that is trickling in a stream, can be blocked. And when something like shame or guilt is experienced and held within, our energy centers become blocked. And we lose that connection, that physical and spiritual connection that work together to make us who we are. So like the water, your emotions may build up. In your sacral chakra, if you're not allowing yourself to feel that connection and that confidence and that clarity on who you are as a being, in this chakra, we focus on a lot of emotions, but we also work through some of humanity's strongest enemies that we face here on the physical plane. Our sexual connection is driven by lust, sometimes greed, pride, envy, egotism, anger. Being able to work through all these aspects of our ego and release what no longer serves us to make room for more fulfilling, creative, and loving connections. That's what we're here to do in this space. That's why you're here showing up. That's why you're taking action in your life. So release all of it. Let it all go. Let it all flow. Allow your stream to build up in a way that allows you to feel like a confident flowing river. Now I want you to take a moment and I want you to smile. I want you to smile a big cheesy smile, even if you don't feel like smiling right now. Again, I want you to visualize a time that you felt the most empowered and confident and sexy. When was that? And if you haven't experienced a moment like that, imagine one. Imagine you just feeling your most on fire, your most confident, pure self, living the best version of life and connection that you can. Release any judgment you have of yourself or others while you just embrace this feeling without any sort of guilt or shame for feeling confident and sexy. Allow yourself to love yourself here. Love who you are and what it is that you prefer in life, in connection. I hope you're still smiling. I hope this meditation increases your happiness and brings you joy, stimulation, and confidence to take you on to a next level. I'm here to give you permission to know it's okay to embrace your sexuality. As long as you're not hurting others, you get consent and you embrace who you are, to love yourself. Take this time to release any people or situations that have brought negativity and trauma into your life. If you've had any sort of negative sexual interaction, know that it's okay to forgive yourself. Even if you can't forgive your offender or the person that hurt you, forgive yourself for being in that position. Forgive yourself for holding yourself back in fear and in anger. I personally like to forgive those that have hurt me. For some, that is not a part of your practice, and I understand, but what should be is a chance to forgive yourself so that you alone can move forward. Don't allow any sort of trauma to hold you back from being the best version of yourself that you can be. Allow yourself to reprogram who you are and to embrace the next chapter of your life. I'll take a moment and visualize. Let's tap into the creative side while we're here. If you could paint an image of that confidence, of that strength, and even that just feeling of being sexy, what would that image look like? Or dance, or song? How can you creatively express yourself? Now, I do have a couple affirmations I'd like you to repeat with me today. The first one is, I am proud of who I am. I am proud of who I am. It is my birthright to receive pleasure and to have my needs met. It is my birthright to receive pleasure and to have my needs met. I am ready to flow and accept change and embrace my destiny. I am ready to flow, accept change, and embrace my destiny. Now you can begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, and you can begin to join me here in this space. The space we've been creating, this nice safe space where you are doing this challenge with me, and I really hope that meditation served you. I would love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments whenever and wherever you're listening, so please let me know how you feel. Hopefully you're feeling good now that you're a little extra supercharged and embracing who you are as a person. And again, let's talk about points real quick. For your extra bonus point, I want you to create something or share a photo of something that you have created. Even if it's just a little doodle. Take that visualization we just had and share it with a doodle, a poem, a song, a dance, whatever it is. I just want this creative endeavor to be about you and how awesome you are and what it is that you're embracing through this challenge. It can be abstract, it can be as detailed or as simple as you want. And I just want you to share a photo with a little bit about what today's journey has meant for you today so that we can connect with each other and just release that fun, creative, sexy energy. So I want you feeling yourself and smiling through the rest of this day. And if you're having a bad day and can't seem to shake it, then that's okay too. I still want you to share a post with why, and let us be here to support you and to help build you up and show you why we're here as a community. So what this tribe is about in this group, and I'm just excited to see your creative expressions and to talk to all of you. So yay, we did day 2. You're here, you showed up, and I'm just so grateful, and I'm so excited to be again here with you tomorrow at around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to talk about the solar plexus and shame, because that's what governs the solar plexus. So until next time, I hope you stay awake and shine on always, and I look forward to seeing your comments and expressions in the group. Bye!
Thanks for shining on with us.